But he'll never be considered the GOAT because he had the opportunity to put his name in the GOAT conversation and he lost. Simple as that. He lost. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another Debate of Fans, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, we just saw a Super Bowl between the Buccaneers and the Chiefs. Tom Brady, the GOAT, versus Patrick Mahomes, baby GOAT, the kid, however you want to say it. And the question that was circling before and now even more after, can Patrick Mahomes ever be considered the GOAT down the road of QBs? I say yes. I say no. So we're going to debate about this. I know a lot of experts have been talking about it. I know a lot of analysts have been saying yes, no, maybe down the road. We're going to talk about it as fans. Leave a comment down below of what if you think if Patrick Mahomes can be ever considered the GOAT after losing to Tom Brady. And just sit back and relax and just enjoy the show. All right, man, go ahead. So why do you think Patrick Mahomes can never be the GOAT of QBs? The reason I think Patrick Mahomes will never be considered the GOAT ever again is because the old saying, if you want to be the best, you got to take out the best. And last time I checked, the best of QBs was Tom Brady. So he didn't get a job done in the biggest stage where it counted the most. So by that definition alone, it should disqualify him. But I got a little more, He got a beatdown. It's not like it was a close match and it was just like last QB to have the ball, score a touchdown. I'll give you that. He got a beatdown. Granted, it wasn't all his fault. His offensive line was hurt. His toe was injured. Kelsey and Hill, the defense was phenomenal from the Bucs standpoint, so that was that. But it was a beatdown. If I would have told you that Patrick Mahomes would not score a single touchdown in the Super Bowl, you wouldn't believe me. No one will ever say that, ever. That's true. But it happened. Yeah. And also, Mahomes, keep in mind that Mahomes has Hill and Kelsey. What happens on the day that those two guys go out somewhere else to get bigger contracts, or something happens and they're no longer with the Chiefs? Now, yeah, they might get better players, but Kelsey and Hill, they're like the elite of the elite. So right now, I'm thinking that Patrick Mahomes is at his best. It's playing at his best with the best he has. Defense could be improved. Obviously, we saw that in the Super Bowl, but you saw the throws Mahomes was doing. I mean, Mahomes was doing a lot of work, so he couldn't get the job done. And I know I'm putting a lot of blame on Mahomes because QBs tend to get the best. How do I say this? When a team wins, they give the credit to the QB. When a team loses, they put the blame on the quarterback. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. Mahomes couldn't get it done because it wasn't Kelsey versus Tom. It was Mahomes versus Tom Brady. So that was my case. So I want to hear yours now. Good luck beating that, sucker. All right. Okay. So you're knocking on Patrick Mahomes because he lost to Tom Brady.
Yes.
Who did Tom Brady lose to?
Eli Manning.
That's right. He lost to Eli Manning.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He lost to Eli Manning twice, and he lost to Nick Foles as a backup QB.
Yeah.
We don't knock on Tom Brady for losing to those two guys. I mean, we don't. No one's saying that. Tom Brady's not the GOAT because he lost to Eli Manning. That's disrespectful. He should not be considered. No, you're not comparing Eli. It's acceptable to lose in Super Bowls. I mean, Matt Ryan lost in the Super Bowl. A lot of teams lost in the Super Bowl. So for Mahomes to lose to Tom Brady is not a knock against him. A lot of teams tried to beat Tom Brady. Our Rams, we tried to beat Tom Brady. We couldn't. Now there's a lot of shitter chatter out there, but that's not the point. Mahomes has his whole career ahead of him still.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I'll give you that.
He signed a 10-year contract. He's gonna be there for a while. And I don't see him losing his touch or anything like that. I'll give it to you that we do have Kelsey and we do have Hill as elite wideouts.
Yeah.
Arguably the best of the best. Best tight end and top 10 or even top 5 wide receiver.
Yeah.
So I'll give you that. But also, Mahomes is still learning to read defense. What happens the day that he comes and learns the defense. He comes into the pocket, he's getting ready to do a shotgun, and he sees something he doesn't like, and he's like, oh no, audible, hot route, Halle Berry, he's gonna only get better and better recognizing the defense, and he's gonna, be almost like a little Peyton Manning. Now, not at this extent, but eventually he's gonna learn to read defenses, and he's only gonna get more lethal, in my opinion. And he is the best gifted thrower of the ball. People say Aaron Rodgers was the best thrower of the ball. Now they're putting Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes because he's that good. So I don't think that's a knock on him at all. I mean, he's only gonna get better. Simple as that. Well, I'll tell you this. I don't think Patrick Mahomes can get better because we see him doing amazing throws. Granted, I think that's pure talent. But he even said like 2 seasons ago that halfway through the season he started reading the defense. Now I think I'll agree with you. He still has much to learn, but I think he's getting pretty close to up there. Kind of like Lamar Jackson when he had that breakout year. No one expected Lamar to be running crazy like another Michael Vick 2.0. I think defense are starting to learn and understand Patrick Mahomes, and I don't think he can get that much better to get over the hump of debating of Tom Brady regardless. And even, let's just say, even if he does get 7 rings, 7 out of 10, exact same thing, 7 out of 10, people will still say, nope, he's not the GOAT because he lost to the GOAT. He lost to Tom Brady. You cannot say I am the GOAT without beating the GOAT. Simple as that. And Patrick Mahomes, like, I think 10 out of 10 all quarterbacks have the same weakness. They cannot do well under pressure, and especially that Bucks front defensive line, those front 4 with Barris, Sue, and Paul and Jason Pierre-Paul. Those guys were wrecking the offensive line. So regardless of that, I don't think Mahomes has enough learning curve in your argument to put him over the hump, because he just couldn't. You can't say that he's going to get better, because I think he's reaching that point. I think his peak got pretty high, and it's just going to get like this and might go up. So it's just a matter of, can he sustain it? And I think he can, but he'll never be considered the GOAT because he had the opportunity to put his name in the GOAT conversation and he lost. Simple as that. He lost in that conversation because he lost to the guy you're trying to beat. Imagine if Kobe played against Michael Jordan. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. If Kobe Bryant lost to Michael, people say Michael Jordan won. If LeBron played against Michael Jordan and Michael Jordan beat LeBron, people will say Michael Jordan won. Michael Jordan's a GOAT because they went at it. And you lost to a 43-year-old quarterback. And don't say this was a completely lopsided match. People were saying that this is as close as a match as possible, but at the end of the result, it was completely lopsided for one side. You just can't. You just absolutely cannot say anything like that. And I want to say one more thing. You're saying that, Tom Brady lost to Eli Manning, he shouldn't be considered the GOAT. First of all, we're not comparing Eli Manning to Tom Brady as GOAT conversations, okay? He lost to Eli Manning and the Giants with that dominant defense, okay? Second of all, when Tom Brady lost the Super Bowl, the score was 17-14. Now, I'm not sure, but I think Tom Brady scored 2 touchdowns. I'm not sure. The second Super Bowl he lost to the Giants, 21-17. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. 7 plus 7 plus 3 equals 17. So Tom Brady scored a touchdown. 2. Yeah. So I just want to say, even when Tom Brady lost, I'm not even want to get into the Eagles throwing plus 500 yards in the air. I don't even want to get into that. I'm just only starting with the Eli's. You can't know. End this conversation. We're done with here. We are done saying your. Okay?
All right. Okay. Well, all of our debaters down there, all of the debaters out there, comment down below if you think the GOAT conversation is over for Patrick Mahomes, or is there still a possibility down the road? Who knows? Maybe he'll win 10 Super Bowls and maybe he'll be considered the GOAT. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching Debated Fans. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.